What is this? Donald Trump, it's me, sir. Patriot, I come before you. Tired of the libtards. To ask you for one thing. I want you to deport Hasan Piker. Well, except he's not the only one who's saying that. Here's Laura Loomer this morning, only a couple hours ago, saying, hopefully today President Trump can negotiate the permanent deportation of Hasan Piker back to Turkey. It's time for him to go home. Born here. You dumbass. Do I even want the Laura Loomer smoke? I feel like she's gonna actually get me fucking deported, dude. You know what I mean? Anyway. Okay. Ay. Don't tap the glass. I mean, she's literally tapping my glass. How come I don't get to tap that glass? You know what I mean? Why does she look so weird? That's what I mean, I did. I tapped it. You threw your body at the glass? Maybe. She said Hasan could have clapped back with this. Ah! Do not tap the official presidential eunuch advisor. We don't know if she's a eunuch. We know she's a free spirit. Laura Loomer, she's a free spirit. She's a free spirit. That's right. A real firebrand. A real firebrand. Laura Loomer. She's a free spirit. Aldo Goat and Donald Trump are having major meetings today. I know. I'm going to get to it. Don't you worry about it. Trump to Erdogan. He knows about rigged elections better than anybody. When I was in exile, we were still friends. Aldo Goat.
Reese. You know, he knows about rigged elections better than anybody. But when I was in exile, we were still friends. That's always a good way to find out, test of friendship. But he's a highly respected man. Rigged election.
He does not speak a lick of English, dude. That's so funny. He's just sitting there like, yeah. I assume he has like an earpiece, right? That does real-time translation. Otherwise, he's just sitting there smiling. No idea what the heliante is going on. Okay. This man does not speak English. When I tell you he does not speak a lick of English, I mean it. Okay. It must be sad to have such a dumbass as your president. He sounds like a 9-year-old. It's kind of funny because I'm watching both of my presidents, who are both dumbasses, interacting with one another as dumbasses do. So today is a unique day for me because I'm watching not one, but two of the dumbass presidents that I've lived under who have so many similarities, having a fun little conversation. Erdo Goat, Reis, talking to the American Reis, Erdo Trump. Fantastic. What a time. What a world to live in, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's incredible. South Park made fun of Netanyahu today. Yeah, I saw. But it was like baby jokes. Like it was bare minimum. They should have went hard They should have went fucking nutty mode on the Charlie Kirk stuff. Honestly, you're a cartoon. Like, you get all of those. You get the extra freedom to do crazy stuff as a cartoon, and they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to go hard in the paint. Dark woke is gone. That's what you expect from like edgy libertarians, I guess, like the maximum position that they'll take. Anyway, I get them being cautious, though. It makes sense, but I wish they would keep the pressure on, lol. Yeah. She said, "You sure don't act like it." What a silly response. That sucks. That's cool, though. That means that I think I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, she's been following me for many, many years. I think like she low key doesn't want me deported. I hope. Fight with her in real time now that we know she just sits on Twitter. No. That was the weakest clapback. Bro, she on your ass. I don't think she wants me actually deported. You know what I mean? So that's good. That's good. That's fantastic. Anyway. So much to cover, so much going on in the world. Obviously, we got the FBI motives and FBI narratives that were undermined last night by Ken Klippenstein's fantastic reporting on the background of the shooter, the anti-ICE shooter, right? First and foremost, remember when Russia tried to stage a photo of a Ukrainian assassin's hideout and instead of SIM cards, they posted copies of The Sims? Yeah, this is just like, this is so bad that it made the libs go, I don't really believe this. Like, it even made the libs go, seems weird, right? Like, and I don't know if it's because they're just incompetent. Like, what is this? Like, what? I don't know. It just seems so crazy. It seems like if they said ICE is not poggers, that would make more sense, dude, than anti-ICE on the bullet, you know? The backside says a leftist did this, Lamau. Wait. FBI Dallas and FBI headquarters have been working 24/7 to seize devices, exploit data, and process writings obtained on location in the subject's person, residence, bedroom. This FBI is committed to providing timely updates as promised. The perp downloaded a document titled Dallas County Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management containing a list of DHS facilities. He conducted multiple searches of ballistics and the Charlie Kirk shot video between 9:23 and 9:24. Between 8:19 and 8:24, he searched apps that tracked the presence of ICE agents. One of the handwritten notes recovered read, "Hopefully this will give ICE agents real terror to think. Is there a sniper with AP rounds on that roof?" Further accumulated evidence to this point indicated high degree of pre-attack planning. The FBI will provide further updates when able. So, yeah, they're trying to tie this to like the ICE tracker apps, you know, like all of the grassroots mobilization against like ICE presence. Like they're gonna make that illegal too, I think. And I suspect they'll also simultaneously be like, yeah, not only do we have to make sure that these like grassroots ICE tracker apps are totally illegal because this fucking person used it clearly, that all leftist organizing is illegal as well. And yeah, every neo-lib tweeter below doesn't buy it. Yeah, no, I do like that the liberals, even liberals who normally would be totally reliant on government, like official organs of the government saying anything really, have looked at this and been like, nah, this doesn't make a lot of sense. But there's obviously a little bit more information that is now readily available to us. Shouts out to Ken Leakenstein, as always, for doing fantastic reporting. He went and he got anonymously interviewed some of the friends, like the lifelong friends, really, of the shooter. And he revealed that the ways in which the FBI has concocted this like left-wing anti-fascist terrorism narrative is not great. Joseph K. Young says, ascribing motive to politically violent people is hard when they don't leave a manifesto. We should all pause and do some research and or read things like this, where someone tries to figure out the motive by actually talking to people. Exclusive, the ICE shooter's politics. Joshua John's friends speak. The deadly sniper attack on a Dallas ICE facility this morning seems straightforward, with anti-ICE engraved on the unspent shell casing recovered from the scene, per the FBI. But after interviewing several of the alleged shooter's former friends, the picture isn't so clear. Within minutes of the shooting, FBI Director Kash Patel posted on X, while the investigation is ongoing, an initial review of the evidence shows an ideological motive behind this attack. See photo below. Now, what's crazy about it is, like, I need you guys to understand something. The FBI should not be doing this for two different reasons. One, in this circumstance, the investigation is irrelevant, really, because like the shooter died, right? He killed himself. But in situations where there's an ongoing court case, you're not supposed to taint the evidence by immediately coming out in public and creating a narrative framing around the situation. That's not something you can do. That's not something you should be doing in general, okay? But another societal, the other societal impact of the FBI doing this like very clearly biased, immediate evidence farming is making people less reliant on the FBI as a reasonable actor. Okay? This is genuinely a problem. If you believe that we have to be a nation of rules and laws and you have to have like at least some commitment to these institutions that are going to be infallible to a certain degree, they're going to abide by an incredibly high standard when they're doing these sorts of investigations. Like, you can't be doing shit like this. I hate to sound like a liberal, but this is a ridiculous thing to do. You can't be running around and being like, this is a bad guy, and I found out exactly what their biases are, and I'll have you know, it might come as a surprise, but the shooter was exactly the opposite of my worldview and was very clearly acting out in a way that I want to, you know, in all of the groups that I want to silence and suppress. You can't do that. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. Like, can you imagine? After like a million different investigations that have been conducted to like right-wing political violence, like Joe Biden coming out and being like, guys, listen. I don't normally do this. I'm not even going to look at the manifesto. I'm just going to come out and be like, that's a right-wing guy. That's a right-wing guy. Bet you he's a Ben Shapiro fan. We got to start taking care of these Ben Shapiro style content creators. Like, that would be insane. And then having the FBI reveal this information immediately without any sort of serious investigation being conducted into the matter. So it's even worse when there is, it's even worse in the Tyler Robinson case because the shooter is not dead. So there is not only an investigation that will be conducted, but also a court case that will happen in the aftermath of this, right? You can't do this with Luigi Mangione in the way that the law enforcement agencies and people in positions of power have done. This actually taints the jury pool. This is like you're biasing, you're creating an environment, a narrative bias before due process takes place. It's grounds for a mistrial. Like, what the fuck are we doing? This is so ridiculous. Obviously, it's not going to happen, right? Given the severity of the crime, it's never going to happen. But like, under normal circumstances, that is unironically what would take place. Okay? Being in this administration just feels like a race to the bottom. Everyone is trying to get out their Twitter posts as fast as possible for clout. Literally an administration of influence. I know. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that, little baby. If you want the FBI to be like a serious institution that people still respect, you can't be doing that. Get Kash Patel fucking out of there, man. What the hell? President Trump responded to the shooting by blaming the radical left, vowing to sign another executive order to dismantle what he called domestic terrorism networks. This comes at the heels of another executive order he signed this week, designating Antifa a domestic terrorist organization, as I previously reported. I have been briefed on the deadly shooting. We already read this yesterday, but he said, I've been briefed on the deadly shooting. It's Antifa. You can't compare ICE agents to Nazis. That's completely unacceptable. All this stuff, right? Vice President J.D. Vance, meanwhile, says, we know that this person was politically motivated, pointing both to the inscriptions and some evidence we have that's not yet public. On the off chance the shooting wasn't what it looked like, I reached out to people who knew the gunman, 29-year-old Joshua John. 3 who knew him since at least middle school and agreed to speak to me on the condition that I not name them, corroborating their friendship with photos and other records. Their accounts paint the picture of someone with a vaguely libertarian bent who despised both major parties and politicians generally, including Trump, but who didn't engage with politics beyond that. He preferred edgy humor, video games, and the message board 4chan, all of which he became increasingly steeped in as he withdrew from social life, as well as their own friendships several years ago, they said. None of his former friends believed the anti-ICE inscription could possibly be sincere, feeling such a serious political statement was anathema to who John was. His humor was deeply ironic, often offensive, and aggressive to the point of alienation. Okay? So, classic leftist site 4chan, before you say classic leftist site 4chan, there are leftists who are on 4chan as well, okay? That's true. There's, it's not just right-wingers, even though it's most famous for right-wingers, and the likelihood that you're a right-winger, if you're on poll, especially, you're most likely a right-winger, but that doesn't mean that there aren't leftists on 4chan, okay? Just remember that. Weren't you a 4chaner? No, I was not. What the fuck? He was most certainly an edgelord, an irony guy, one friend said. Edgelord is online speak for someone who doesn't like, who likes to espouse edgy nihilistic views. Asked about the inscription on the bullet, the friend said, Josh was an edgelord who wanted someone to get blamed. I think he tried his best to write something goofy to rile people up. Another friend showed me a Facebook post describing how John had flooded his friend's comment section with rape jokes. Playful shock humor, the friend said. Fucking insane. Hey, man, that's just playful shock humor. Is so much that is taking place in the world. We got the Pete Hegseth situation, but before I get into all of that, I am going to explain to you what I did this morning and what I did after I ended the broadcast, because it's time for the personal news. This is the part of the podcast where I tell you about my personal news, about what's going on in the world of Hasan Piker in between the time period where I press the stop streaming button and press the start streaming button. So help me God, that's what I'm going to do. And let me tell you exactly what took place. Ended the broadcast last night. Had to go and get my shit taken care of. Look, this. I can't put a zip patch on it today, but I got a what was it, like colloidal silver or something, cortisone. I got cortisone injections. I got cortisone injections on the side of my face for the 2 cystic acnes that I have right here. And they are seemingly getting, not colloidal silver, cortisone injections that I got. And it's going to be on the Fear and Patreon, patreon.com/fearand. If you want to know the experience, if you want to see the journey that Austin and I took, I made Austin pay for it, of course, as you already know. We got cortisone injections on the side of my face. Don't touch it, no touching. No, it's fine. They just put that shit in there. As long as she said don't pick at it and don't like squeeze it, because you'll squeeze out the cortisone if you do that, and then it won't help. But it apparently it closes the cystic acne. It eradicates the cells. Different gels also very effective. You want something over the counter next time? Did you spread it out, the dosage over 5 visits? No, I'm gonna get autism from it. I'm gonna get autism from it. Can you talk about the Turkish government banning a Turkish group manifest from leaving the country? People need to hear about it. I'm not familiar with it, but maybe. Yeah, they gave me too much Tylenol, too much fluids, too many fluids to the baby. Too many fluids to the baby, making the baby autistic. Makes the baby autistic. Lots of autism for the baby. Too many fluids. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I did that. I came back home. I watched a little Good Lord Bird. Had some Thai food with my dad. Went to bed on another 8-hour. This time an 8-hour sleep. So that was pretty good. Felt pretty good about that. Woke up early, but this time instead of working out or playing basketball as I normally would, today I had debate. That's right, spirited debate, and it's going to be coming out. It's in the New York Times. Spirited debate in the New York Times, but that's later. But that's what I was doing. That's what I was working on. Yeah, this was the day of the Dartmouth debate. I was supposed to be in Dartmouth today debating Charlie Kirk. But and yeah, that's not, obviously that's not happening, but, so anyway, I did that and it was a 2-hour process and now I'm live. Debate about what? Just like, political violence, my responsibility for it. And all this stuff, Israel, Palestine, things of that nature. So it'll be exciting. It'll be an exciting and spirited conversation. It's not like full-blown debate. Is it fair to say you aren't meeting up with Graham Plattner? No, I'm still on the works. I'm still working on it. Still working on that. But we don't know exactly how that will take place. We don't know yet. But there's some stuff in the works. Chill. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs, a lot going on in the world. Kaya's out on a little walkie poo. That's why she's not here right now. Other than that, not much else going on in my world, in my personal news, in my world of Hasan Piker. And that's pretty much it. Are you going to watch the Mehdi and Mark Ruffalo interview? Maybe. Also, South Park did some... This South Park episode, I saw pieces of it. We'll obviously watch the full thing as we do. This is South Park Watch Day. South Park Watch Party Day. You already know about that, too. But yeah, that's it. We were warned about Rust players, fam. Yeah. I read the whole background on the. I read the entire background on the Antifa, quote unquote Antifa, anti-ICE shooter, and the way that the FBI is presenting this stuff is so crazy. I don't know how they're gonna get away with that. I mean, oh my Lord. Do you condemn Will Neff and Russ? No, I do not condemn Will Neff. I do condemn Russ, though. Yeah, this was a funny meme that Pamphlets posted. North Korea threatened to nuke Tel Aviv if Israel kills Greta Thunberg. And it's really funny because, like, people are taking it seriously. Because whatever you say about North Korea, no matter how insane it comes across as, people will literally take it as fact. One of the byproducts of the Hermit Kingdom being so far away from, any kind of, like, international recognition is that you can just kind of lie about North Korea in a positive way. You can lie about North Korea in a negative way. And whichever way you lie about North Korea, people still believe it. Anyway, anti-ICE shooter, narratives fall apart after Ken Klippenstein interviews close friends. He milked it too much for my taste. He made like 10 posts about it. Yeah. Anyway, people are still mad at the FBI over Kirk shooter background. Megan Kelly did a report on the Charlie Kirk Etsy curse. Yeah, I know. I already covered it. I already covered it yesterday. It was fucking awesome. Anti-shooter narratives fall apart after King Kublai interviews close friends. People are still mad about the right wing. Still mad. Right wing still mad about the FBI at the FBI over Kirk shooter background. Kirk shooter investigation. Let's say the FBI is not having a good time. Hegseth calls all generals to VA. Palestine talks at the UN. What else? Trump Epstein defense. That's a big one too. Trump Epstein war room. Government shut down. And also Soros investigation. Get in now. Oh shit, that's too long. All right. I'm just going to say get in now. www.twitch.tv/HasanAbi. Do we have a freaking blast off meme? Everybody, Yemen did some airstrikes in Israel as well. UEFA members in favor of banning Israel from European football next week. I know, European footy doing a fucking thing. Yeah. Good news, but I'm skeptical. But this was thanks to the 972 expose. I know. Did you see Laura Loomer's asking Trump to deport you? Nice. Fall in New England has arrived. Okay, this makes me look bald as hell, dude. But whatever. Fuck it. I'll use it. Who cares? Make me bald. Go ahead. Make me balder than I actually am. Make me Baldur's Gate. Sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words will never take me down. I don't know. But, you know, the way you depict my hairline in this photo does actually hurt. Okay, it's freaking Baldur's Gate in this goddamn chat, dude. God damn it. Look at that. Look at that hairline is busted. Is busted. But I guess, you know what hurts? It's not the jokes. It's the truth. It's the truth of the matter that hurts the most. Okay? Yeah, I'm looking balderdash up in here. In any case, let's blast off. Let's let the people know. Let's get the people going. Like the tweet, interact with it, retweet it, do the dang thing. Do whatever you must. So much happening, so much taking place. Eyvallah babasal. All right. Did you see Microsoft blocked Israel from using Azure? Yes. Things are happening. Things are happening. For the nothing ever happens, guys, I will say once again, things, as a matter of fact, are happening. And it's intensifying how much the things are happening. Slowly but surely, it's taking place. Let's take a look at what this is.